Hello YouTube. I know I've been releasing a lot of videos lately, and this is a fragrance that I've been really waiting for. I've been extremely excited ever since Rudy put up his review of this fragrance. My keys right there. I got a box from Harrods today. Believe it or not, Harrods actually has some better prices on Frederick Mall than Nose Paris does, so shout out to Harrods for that. Got my girlfriend a bottle of Cardinal Flower. She loves Cardinal Flower. She always wears my Cardinal Flower, and I'm worried that she's going to run through it, so I bought her her own bottle. You know, kind of a selfish thing to do, I guess, but that is not what this is about. This is really a first impressions. Even though I wore it last night, I was not in a good mood last night. I got up and went to work at 6. Worked 12 hours. Sat in a traffic jam. Well, I got up and I forgot to pack breakfast. I didn't fix breakfast. I didn't stop to get breakfast. And I didn't bring any drinks with me, no little snacks. And I was tired. I had a headache. I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't in a good mood. Didn't call, didn't text anybody. I just was really not in a good mood. And I wore this fragrance, and it kind of uplifted my spirits. But I was out of it, man. I was tired. I wasn't feeling good at all. I felt like I had to throw up, honestly. Not because of the fragrance, but because I hadn't eaten all day. And this fragrance is Eugene's fragrance. I've heard him pronounce the name 1,000 times. I've heard other people pronounce the name 1,000 times. And I still can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to butcher it. But I wore it last night. I got up this morning and took a shower. Sprayed it 3 sprays on my chest. Wore it all day. Absolutely loved it. Got back to my apartment. Took a shower and took a nap. The nap actually turned into a sleep, I guess you would call it. Slept for about 4 hours. So that's why my hair is messed up. But have the dry down on my skin. Well, not really dry down. It's just 4 hours. So I guess you could say the halfway mark of the dry down. I'm gonna spray some more. Beautiful bottle, beautiful cap. Really, I mean, I probably shouldn't be shaking the fragrance like that, but extremely strong magnetic cap. You could probably attach this to your testicles and let it hang, and you could castrate yourself if you wanted to. But absolutely wonderful. I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm not going to go into, you know, all the things, because I know I would miss something. I would leave something out. But the packaged beautifully. Eugene left a very kind note in there. Glad he remembered my name. And Eugene have been talking probably for like 6 years now. And, you know, I didn't want a free bottle. I'm sure if I would have asked, hey man, you know, I want to sample your fragrance, he would have sent me a free bottle. But I'm not like that. I don't ask for handouts. I don't ask for samples. Unless that, you know, it's on the website for me to select a sample. I don't ask for samples. I really don't. If I'm in store and I really want to try something, but I really don't want to spend the money, you know, I'll kind of hint at it, but I'm just not a beggar. Which I know some guys do, and I'm not calling them beggars either, but it's just something I just don't do. And I'm not even going to list the notes when I do a full review. I will list the notes, but man, right off the top, this fragrance probably has the most iris in it that I've ever smelled in any fragrance. Real orris is in here. And I get every facet of orris that there is, all the way from the dirts, and from where the roots are, up to the stem, up to the actual flower part, the butteriness. Even get a little bit of lip stickiness in here. I know that's mostly in synthetic iris, but sorry. I left my contacts in while I was sleeping. But, man, my eyes are dry. I need to go get some contact solution and squirt in there. But, man, absolutely beautiful. Let me spray something fresh. Let me spray it fresh on my skin. Great sprayer. almost like the Chanel sprayers. And when if I compare this fragrance to another fragrance, I'm going to be comparing it to two fragrances. One in which I don't think that it smells like, I really don't think it smells like Portrait of a Lady. Here's Portrait of a Lady. This is coming off because when it was in packaging, FedEx messed up they dropped it, and it got basically the box busted open, and they didn't tell me. FedEx won't tell you, and they put it in a makeshift box, and the juice actually leaked onto the cap, and I guess the alcohol started to take the shiny finish off. So, you know, for me, Portrait of a Lady is more than just a rosy patchouli. To me, Portrait of a Lady is really an ambery rose fragrance. It's an ambery rose patchouli with some incense in it. And this fragrance is a rosy patchouli fragrance. It is, but man, it has so much more going on than just rose and patchouli. Some iris in there. It's not fresh as in citrusy, but it is fresh in a clean way, and it's not clean in a cheap citrusy way or a metallic way. But it's so beautiful. Eugene's fragrance is so beautiful. It's like and I know that he wanted to evoke emotions in his perfume, but it really does. I have no idea what he's done to put in here. I'm not sure if he put some sort of pheromones or some sort of muscle relaxers, or maybe some Oxycontin in here. I'm not sure. Some Xanaxes maybe. Man, it just does. It just kind of makes you step back and think, about life. It really does. Man, just a beautiful fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. It has a muskiness to it as well. I'm only going to list the facets and some of the notes I smell out of there. He has, this is relatively a conservative scent when it comes to notes. I didn't know that there was going to be, when I say this few notes, I don't mean that there's not a lot of complexity in here, because this is a very complex scent. But when I say that it's conservative on the amounts of notes, is that there's not as many notes in here as I expected. I thought there would be a ton of notes, but there's really not. And the patchouli in here, it's so clean. If you didn't know what real patchouli smelled, if not necessarily real patchouli, but if you didn't know what high quality patchouli smelled like, you would almost miss it. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Honestly, it smells along the lines of the Dior Privé and the Chanel Les Exclusives and the Les Indemodables. But really, the fragrance that I think that, it's kind of powdery too. Beautiful. But I think that there's a fragrance that a lot of people have forgotten about. And do I think they smell similar? Not really. But they kind of remind me of one another for the things that they do. And that is Féminité du Bois by Serge Lutens. They don't smell the same, but they can kind of remind me of one another, if you know what I mean. Féminité du Bois has a nice rose and patchouli in there as well. Dirty, kind of skanky. Eugene's is kind of dirty, kind of skanky. They smell similar? No, but a lot of people are saying that Eugene smells like Portrait of a Lady, and I really don't get that. I can understand what they're meaning, but not really, no. I think it smells closer, if you could say closer, to Féminité du Bois, even though I don't think that it smells similar, or really even the same, or really even similar. Wow, just really executed excellently. I'm going to be doing a full review on it. This is really just a first impressions, and really not even a good first impressions, but I just wanted to... absolutely amazing. Like, it's honestly takes... it leaves me at a loss for words, because it is emotional, and I've heard several people talk about it And I'm not sure if it's just because I've heard them talk about it, but how it leaves you in a state of emotion. And it really does. It really does. This is something I think that a lot of people not only are going to like because it's executed very well, because it's high quality, but because it actually smells good. That's the thing. You know, there's a lot of things out here. Let's say Feminique du Bois. It could come off somewhat too much for people, but this it's not mass appealing, but it's very likable. It's very likable on skin. It's very enjoyable. I could very much see this sitting at a Neiman Marcus, a Saks or Nordstrom, or a Harrods or Berghoff Goodman, or just a really high-end designer retailer, and doing very well actually. Really nice, especially worth the price for 100 ml. Like, honestly, it's better than the Pleasant Daublay's prices. And I'm not sure how Eugene is making money on it, or the brand's making money on it, but absolutely beautiful. And look at the color. Look at that color. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, wow. I only have one complaint. That is, it is hard to get out of the box. I put it in the box today, and I had a fit with it trying to get it out, trying to get it out. But I can't, complain about that because that keeps the bottle safe. But it's hard to get out, I'll say that. And the cap, you got to use two hands to open it. You really can't really do that. Oh, there we go. You can barely do that with it. So it's definitely strong. You probably, like I said, hold it right here and just shake and shake and shake and shake, and it's not coming off. So thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Antoine Lee. Hope everyone has a great day.